This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
A very good evening and welcome to Headlines Now, your power-packed capsule for all the news that matters. I'm Divya. Our focus tonight: do our politicians possess the Midas touch? Does everything they touch turn into crores and crores of rupees? An RTI application reveals just why politicians of the likes of A. Raja can put investment bankers to shame. That's one big story we'll be getting you tonight. And will a battered Sri Lankan refugee who killed herself because she was allegedly raped by 4 policemen get justice at last? After Ndtv-Hindu got her dying declaration months ago, it's only now that the Madras High Court is pushing for a reply from the authorities that be. My colleague Peer Mohammed will get you all the latest on that story. And also on Headlines Now, we'll tell you why helplines today are better at leaving you helpless than providing any necessary assistance. Before we get you all the news in details, a look at the headlines. 6,000 people evacuated from their homes in Theni. A third flood alert is sounded. Vaigai Dam is opened after it reaches its maximum. The northeast monsoon is at its peak. 3 people have been killed in Madurai alone so far, and southern Tamil Nadu is expected to see more rains.
South Tamil Nadu also will continue, at least certainly for next 4-5 days.
Despite these insistent rains, schools across Madurai will reopen tomorrow. Honey, it's all about the money, and right now the money is in every politician's home territory. It's your call for help out of service. Ndtv-Hindu exposes the shocking attitude of helpline numbers. Will this dead Sri Lankan refugee get justice at all? The DGP is expected to reply on the alleged gang rape case in 2 weeks. The CAG report accused this man of costing the country 1.7 lakh crore rupees, and here he is receiving a pat from the Prime Minister. Let's also bring you the national news making headlines. Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa now says he will accept whatever decision the BJP takes. The Supreme Court takes up Prime Minister's affidavit on the alleged inaction in the 2G scam. Petitioner says Manmohan Singh is not at fault. South Korea returns fire after North Korea fired 200 artillery shells into one of its border islands. Somdev's Asian goal, the spinners and Sharma take India to a different sporting platform. Well, 6,000 people have been moved out of their homes in the Theni district following 3 flood alerts there. The Vaigai Dam has been opened after the storage in the dam has almost reached its maximum capacity. The rain has also led to inundation, landslips and building collapses, leading to a few casualties in the state over the last 24 hours. Well, the collector of Theni, Mr. Muthuveeran, told us that villagers are shifted to safer locations.
Right now, there is no problem of casualty. Only 103 huts have been damaged. That has been evacuated. There is no damage at present. We have taken all the preventive measures, such as evacuation of those residents of low-lying areas, as well as the people those who are nearby the bank of Vaigai. And revenue and PWD authorities are geared up, and there are close watch of the river, where the low-lying areas residents are being affected, and these people are given shelters with food and other amenities.
Well, the Met Department has said that southern Tamil Nadu might see more rains. Many dams in Tamil Nadu have filled up fast, but along with that, there have been problems as well. In fact, it has been raining so heavily in most places in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Kanyakumari, Madurai and Pondicherry recorded more than 6 centimeters of rain overnight. 3 people have been killed in Madurai alone so far, and the water level in the Meto reservoir has been rising and floodwaters have entered villages.
The highest rainfall is 15 centimeters recorded at Chinnakalar, followed 14 centimeters in Muniajin, Kutigaran district. As far as the forecast for next 24 hours is concerned, it's likely to rain in many places. 1 or 2 places may experience heavy rainfall as the trough moves westwards, the rainfall over coastal areas of Tamil Nadu is likely to increase. I am expecting rain in subsequent days. 4-5 days certainly rainfall will be there. And rainfall in South Tamil Nadu also will continue. At least certainly for next 4-5 days.
However, the district collector of Madurai, C. Kamaraj, has said that schools in Madurai will reopen tomorrow despite of the heavy rains that have been announced. Schools and colleges were shut today in Madurai, Tuticorin and Ramanathapuram due to these rains. Well, the rains certainly have created a lot of havoc in the city. This bit of news may come as a relief to the state, as 25 automatic weather stations will be set up across the city to develop an early warning system for flood monitoring. The data would be used to provide information about the areas that are likely to be inundated and help the authorities plan evacuation and rescue measures. 2 control rooms would be set up at the Institute of Remote Sensing at Anna University and at the Ripon Building to transmit data and deliver flood warning inputs. 25 new weather stations will be installed in various places, including Tondeyarpet, Ambattur Industrial Estate, Velicheri and Thirumangalam. Well, if making money was an art, our politicians would be world-renowned artists. Despite hiccups in the world economy, and the wallets of our leaders only seem to be growing fatter. Some startling facts that surfaced when an RTI activist filed an inquiry to know how rich our politicians are. Let's take a look at the financial prudence of our elected representatives.
First up in the star lineup, Tamil Nadu's very own A. Raja. The outgoing telecom minister A. Raja is once again leading the charge, this time in the market. As the numbers reveal, this political warhorse knows not only how to manage political capital but also hard cash. Investing 8.5 lakh rupees in the stock market in 2009, the former telecom minister raked in 23 lakhs, a rate of return of almost 170%. One that would put investment bankers to shame. But his better half clocks an even higher rate of return, tripling her money from 3 to 9 lakhs within 12 months. Didi, heading the rail ministry too, has posted some perky numbers. With more than healthy returns of almost 40%, her personal fortune has climbed to 10 lakh rupees. Meanwhile, Anand Sharma's finances are not faced by threats of industrial slowdown. Charging ahead at almost 7 times the pace of the latest IIP numbers, net worth of his assets climbed to almost 3.5 lakh crores. Finance Minister Pranab Babu is sailing a steady ship amid rough political atmosphere. Riding ahead with growth numbers similar to those of the economy at 10%, Pranab seems to have achieved the magic number, at least for himself. The new breed of leaders are not far behind. Jyotiraditya Scindia bank balance looks royal at 24 crores with a growth percentage that doesn't disappoint. The Home Minister meanwhile seems busy with state affairs. With small hop of just 1%, P. Chidambaram looks a pale shadow of the Finance Minister with UPA 1. And finally, our Defence Minister could definitely borrow a few tricks of the trade from his colleagues. With a dipping bank balance, is it time to deploy physical defences? But despite small hiccups, the portfolios of these men in white never looked so healthy and promising. It would seem that there is little reason to worry with these leaders at the helm. In Chennai, with Ashmit, Shabir Ahmed for Ndtv-Hindu.
And will the Prime Minister and tainted former Minister Raja land into yet another major controversy? Find out in just a moment.